Salim Welding, co-owner of Whimsicle. I'm rocking with HHH1987.com.
HHH1987.com.
What's going on? It's your boy E Money. I am here with a great friend to the site and a great friend to the city, my man Salim, co-owner of Whimsicle. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Hey, man. It looked like it, man. You are doing major things. We're here in your facility where you produce the Whimsicle. If you're from Philly, more than likely you're familiar with one of these or you've had one of these. Tell us first, how'd you get started? That's something I've always been curious. How did you get started with making the pop?
So we started. So I have a partner, her name is Simon. So a lot of times people don't see Tone. She's a nurse, she's an RN, she works for CHOP. She's also the mother of my child, my son, baby Barik. So basically, she was making them for our kids, and we didn't want to give, sugar popsicles or any sugar products to our family. So basically, she made them, like she was making them. And one day, she called me and she told me about it, and I just basically I said, you know what, we gotta do something with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta really do something with it. So she did her kid's son party. I mean, her son's party. So she did the son's party, and then basically at the party, people were just talking how good they were. And from there, it grew to us doing a cookout for a friend. His name's Cliff. He's a tow truck driver in Philly. And we did his cookout, man. He's Haitian. Okay. So he has a big cookout every summer, and a bunch of people came and we did them. Yeah, we asked people not to put it on social media, but they put it on Instagram, and then the next morning it went crazy.
That's what's up. Now, when did this happen? How long have you been in business?
All right, so 2012, July 1st, 2012 is really our official date that the world knew about us, but we was already making them before that.
Okay. Now, can I ask, what were you starting with initially? Like, what was your starter kit?
All right, so the funny thing was, we had to figure out a formula, right? So we started with some molds. I'm not gonna tell you the story because they had to owe me a check.
Okay.
Right? They had to owe both of us a check, but yeah, I started off some regular molds, man, that you would find in the store, and nobody knew that we was cutting food all day, every day, and putting them in deep freezers. Okay. And then, we got all our licensing and things like that, and then we moved from there.
Okay, now let me backtrack a little bit. You said you woke up one morning and went crazy on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we go from the idea to going crazy on the gram to you transitioning into a full-fledged business that's successful?
So I always tell people, man, you gotta work. You know what I mean? So hard work and dedication makes a brand, a business. Nobody, Drake said he wasn't shooting with me in the gym, like Kobe probably shoots a million jump shots in his life, 1 million, right? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan probably worked hard. So all day, every day, we had to figure out this product. We had to start understanding how to cut the fruit fast and how to make the juice. We went through different formulas where even to this day, we still work on formulas. So from us being able to, because now is a social media world, is everything is so instant, so from us understanding that, and then I had a background, so I graduated from Bloomsburg University, so they graduated from Temple, and then Drexel Medical, right? From us having a therapeutic background, I understood that if we made it a product that didn't have sugar in it, we could help fight a social cause, childhood obesity, diabetes, and then we did something very unique on the stick, and we'll talk about that later, but on the stick, it just gives that motivation. So when you fight a social cause and you do it correctly and you stand on your morals, things can go viral very fast. And God bless us.
Absolutely. Now, let's stay there. Like you said, it came from such a positive place. And first time I met you was years ago in Malcolm X Park.
Yeah.
It was some sort of event going on with kids.
Nehemiah Davis event.
Right, and you were giving out popsicles.
Yeah.
And I had one, walked away, I ran back and said, oh man, how can I buy one of these? What can we do? So, with that being said, what are some more things you're trying to do for the community?
All right, so you know, we always bridge the gap, man. I go inside the youth study center, I talk to the kids. We do a lot of stuff with Mastery Charter. You know, my goal is eventually one day is to have one, generational wealth, two, you know, help kids like how they have like ice cream, the lemonade, the olive lemonade, right? But to help kids in our community really start a franchise one day with this business. And, you know, eventually owns their own Whimsicle card, you know, where they make their own money and we license it out. Another thing that I want to do for my community is I want to eventually bring kids into our facility, teach them how to make regular pops, you know, and basically motivate them like I do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a black male Muslim with a beard, but I sit in Fortune 500 companies with Fortune 500 companies and meetings to be able to get my product into their events. And then they understand that even with my religion, I'm Muslim, so they know that yes, I did business with Budweiser, but with no alcohol for people that don't drink. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not putting alcohol in no popsicle. I'm not selling it with no alcohol. I stand on my morals. So I feel like with that being said, kids and even adults in our community can say, well, wow, he didn't sell his soul to make it to the top. He did it his way.
Now, for our viewers out there and the kids who want to put the full story together, how much of your own capital did you have to spend? Do you have any VCs, any venture capitals, investors now? And Ty, you know, one more question to that. We're in your facility. It's amazing. How much did you getting the facility make a difference opposed to you making them in your living room?
All right, so we never made them in our living room, right?
Okay.
In our kitchen, right? So no, you good. So basically, yes, we do have an investor. He's from Philadelphia. We graduated college together. His name is Jari Evans. He will be going to the Hall of Fame one day. That's my guy. I tell him all the time. I just texted him last week, and I always say thank you for changing my life. Yes, we had our own money in the very beginning. I was able to trademark and register LLC and get all our licensing on our own money. But Jari helped us buy mass production machinery and everything that we really needed for our facility. So again, I have so much love for this guy because, and it's not even about the money, it ain't about him looking out for me, it's just more about somebody in a position to help another friend get to, you know, a certain level in life, and that man did that for me.
And believing in you as well. I'm sure
he really believes in me. A lot of people believe in me, and a lot of times, you know, when we get these major accounts and stuff like that, sometimes, you know, logistically, we don't really know how to do it, to be honest, right? But when you get in the mix and stuff, hey, you know, like, I just did like 10,000 popsicles in 9 days, you know what I'm saying? And that's for one client, that's not for nobody else, for other people.
Well, that was a major client. Let's talk about that. Like you said, this product is so amazing. It's not just the product is so amazing that it's had you in meetings with Fortune 500 companies. One company, I believe you're talking about, you did the 10,000 for Budweiser for the Made in America Festival. Yeah. How do you, for the kids out there, you know, how do you make these relationships with the Budweisers? I know you've done a lot of events, if you don't mind me saying, with Rock Nation, events with Hove, plenty of individuals. How do you build these relationships? How do you go from the product here to getting it to them?
you gotta go to these events, right? So the main thing I tell people, always hit me up because now they know that I'm around certain people, right? Certain companies, certain rappers, certain major, you know, athletes and stuff like that. But if you're a rapper and you're not at Made in America, where all the rappers gonna be at, that don't make sense, right? So if you're an entertainer and you don't come to where they at, it don't make sense. So what I did was, I used to work with a photographer, and actually, like, I still had love for this person. You know what I mean? I don't deal with them no more, but I still got love for her, and we helped each other. You know what I'm saying? So every time she had something going on, I had something going on in New York, we go up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you penetrate the market. We really guerrilled our way in. Like, a person that have an event, I'll come with a book bag with dry ice, and I'm passing out Whimsicles in your event. You know, another person that really helped me in the city, one of the first events that we did was Tiff from Belardo. Like, Tiff let me come in there. I was passing them out. Tiff said, no, Lane, you can sell them. I'm like, all right, bet. $4, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she didn't want no money from me, you know what I mean? So that's one way that we really got myself next to these people, but Made in America was a big blessing. Like B-Dot Miller, man, like he really helped change my life. So did Lenny, and so did Emery, you know, because we met them guys at Made in America the first year, and as you can see pictures, like I'm standing right next to Hov. You know what I'm saying? Something happened in the mix of it, we don't have to talk about it, but we got next to him, and you know, everything is like your perception is your reality, but I really work hard, you know what I'm saying? And I really stand on my morals. Sometimes I might talk about Whimsicle too much around certain people, but that's just the hunger of me knowing that, dog, you gotta know, if you don't know my face, you know my brand. If you don't know my brand, you know my face. So every day, I always wear something Whimsicle. If it's down to from a chain or a hat or a hoodie, you know what I'm saying? I'll draw on my Yeezys, pops, Whimsicle. Like, one of my people that's really in my life is Barik Cobbs. He used to own Mesquite, right? So me being a young kid, being around Barik and Khalid, who's a barber, his brother, I saw how they was dealing with these celebrities, Swiss and LeBron and all of them. When they was coming to the city, they was checking on them. So for me being around that, I understood that only way that you will really make it in your field is to align yourself up with people that's already made it. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to Epic Records, like there's another guy named Courtney Lowry, he helped me get the talent in it, you know what I'm saying? So, but people see how I work. So if you don't work hard, they're not gonna put you around people. And even if you work hard, if you don't know how to act, if you're not, you know, you don't hold your manners right, if you're not thankful. You know, I talked to DJ Clark Kent today, right? Clark asked me like, how much was something? I said, I don't want your money. I'll ask you for another favor one day. And it would be something pertaining to my business. You know what I'm saying? We now family, that's another thing. You know, when you meet people as business friends, like all of us, like we meet each other as friends on a business tip, now we family. We're gonna look out for each other, we're gonna level each other up. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I grew my company, by helping other people, people helping me, and never being afraid to pay homage. Like I don't really know Meek, right? I don't really know him, I know the people around him, but what Bull did for the city, that's major. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in all them people up in New York, when that stuff was going on with Drake and all that stuff, they was talking crazy about the city, not only us, but Bull held his ground. And he ain't never went away, not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you around certain people, you know what I mean, you gotta make them remember you. You know what I'm saying?
The second time I remember seeing you was at the Mitchell and Ness event with Russell Simmons, Steve Rifkin.
Yeah, you
gave me a free popsicle. Yeah. And I remember Steve Rifkin had the health issues. I said, you ever had one of these?
Yeah.
He said, I said, no.
No natural. No sugar. And
you turn that into some business.
And the crazy thing is right now, I can text Steve Rifkin and he'll talk back to me. You know what I'm saying? And look, and that was an alley-oop from y'all, because I was trying to get it to him, but sometimes I'd be hesitant because, you know, when you at a certain level in life, it's like another person, June Ambrose, right? First year, June Ambrose and Made in America, we wanted to talk to her, I wanted to get with her. I love what she did, you know, what she did in the industry and what she do as a stylist, but they kept calling her name, like people that was around me, June. Like, oh, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see her and I'm gonna introduce myself, you know what I'm saying? So it gotta be a certain way, you gotta let things go organically. You know, if you don't do it organically, man, when you get around a person, they only think that you want to do business, and I'm not like that. Like, I want to do business, but I want to create a relationship. Relationship is longer than just business stuff.
Absolutely. Well, listen, man, we done talked about a lot of different names of individuals who these pops have come across. Who would you say is the most famous person who's had a Whimsicle? I know that's hard.
I believe everybody's famous, right? So
who's the most notable?
So the most, I would say my grandmother. She ain't here no more. So that my grandmother, because without my grandmother, I would never believe that I can do certain things. My grandmother told me every day, all day, believe in yourself, grind, go hard. You know, and don't ever give up. Continue to work at your craft every day. You know what I mean? So every day I think about my grandmother. I think about my son, you know what I'm saying? I think about his mom, because his mom really put me in a different place in my life too. So, I mean, on that level, I can say that's what I should say, right? But again, like DJ Clark Kent, man, like Clark Kent is like one of the people that, he's for me, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you might meet somebody and it's only about what they can do, if they can help you to make money and stuff like that. Man, don't take no money from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he helped me get to certain people. Like one of the first companies that gave us the legal rights to put the logo on the stick was Adidas. So DJ Clark Kent, my other friend DJ Sherrod, you know what I mean? Sherrod and them got an account. They wanted a New York company to do it. They said, no, we're gonna get my boy from Philly. I had to travel to DC, Baltimore, and New York for events in the mix of me making Whimsicles last year for Made in America too. You know what I'm saying? So again, once you're in a circle, you're in a circle. You know what I'm saying? And they just look out, man. So I'm gonna say Clark Kent. June Ambrose just got her first Whimsicle this past Made in America. That I was like, dang, you know. I didn't even say, yo, let's take the picture. I wanted the picture, but it ain't really about the picture no more. You know what I mean? Because the picture helped me grow the business. You know what I mean? It's cool for the social media stuff, but when you have a relationship with these people, I mean, hey, mix that picture, man. That picture don't mean nothing besides a pat on the back for the consumers. You know what I'm saying? But
now let's also talk about another transition you've made or you're making into apparel. Love the hat, love the sweatshirts. What would you know what's going on? Where can people get it?
All right, so look, so the reason why we did apparel, right, was as you understand, Whimsicle was a seasonal business, right? So we make our bulk of the money, of course, when it's hot, right?
Gotcha.
But again, I've always been around fly, fashionable people. Like I said, Barrique owns the scheme. You know, I know other clothing brands, other clothing companies. Like my friend that really helped me is Karan that owns Kings Brew Together. So in my opinion, Karan was the first one in the city that started his own brand, in my opinion, around our age. Then he killed it. So Karan never hid information from me, gave me manufacturers, told me how to get stuff done in China. But before me and Karan had a relationship, I used to just buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because I still was buying Louis, I still was buying Gucci, but then I was like, man, I see young boy that you go out, I see him, he fly, he got that stuff on. I'm like, man, that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna support him. And then now, that's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pray together. I done stayed in his house, he done stayed in my house. You know, we know each other family. You know what I mean? So the apparel side of things was to make money to stay afloat during the winter. You know what I'm saying? To get right back into the spring. But it also was another way for people to understand your business. Yeah, so like if we basically walk around in the airport with our logo on, people know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I just was down at the Bryson Tiller concert and somebody tapped me and said, are you the owner? You know what I mean? So flip it around, turn it up. So most people think when they see that W is all white, but it's Whimsicle, right? We was W for them somewhat. But this is like one of our jackets that we do for the spring. I'm not for the fall, 2017. As you can see, it has real python on it. Like this is real python. That's real python. And we was the first company to do a Chanel python patch. Like, you know what I mean? So we was doing that. We do these hats in the summer. We do the hats in the summer. A couple years ago, we used to do crocheted hats that was reversible. So it was a Whimsicle on the front, and then you can turn it inside out, and there was another one.
I need one.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's just apparel, man. It's another fly way to make money. Another marketing, you know what I mean? Like, a way there's another way to just make your name be known.
Gotcha. All right, well, listen, you gave us the full run through the apparel, the Whimsicles.
Yeah.
What's next? Before we let you go, you gotta talk.
All right, so I can tell you this. So I'm in NFL's team's cafeteria every day for the players and upper management. I won't say the team as of right now, even though I have a contract, because I want all 32 teams, right? So I'm in that facility. I'll be at next Thursday. I'll be at the Sixers facility. Sixers gave us the legal rights to put the logo on the stick to do their events, only their events. I cannot sell it personally. That's fine. I'll do all their events. And another thing that I really want to do is we basically damn near sell advertisement on our sticks. So on our regular Whimsicles, we put all good deeds and positive affirmations to kids on. So as they eat it down, they see a positive message. When companies reach out to us, like, Bud, why do we put this Bud's for you in their hashtag? When Adidas reached out to us, we put the Adidas logo. The Sixers reached out to us, we put the Sixers logo. So it's basically we're catering the pops to your event.
Gotcha.
So we make the Whimsicle, but it's for you. And we pass them out. So that's another way to directly tie it back to me. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing is, you know, me and Jari, we're gonna be doing some more major things together. And I look forward to working with other brands, man. Like, we're from Philly. Like, hopefully I get something with Mitchell Ness one day. Lapstone is my guys too. So, you know, we all talking to do some things. You guys, you know, so hip hop since 1987. Like, I'm saying this on camera. I won't upcharge you like I do with the other companies and things like that. So if you guys have an event, you guys want hip hop since 1987 on a Whimsicle sticks, you know, you can buy the Whimsicle. I'll make sure the sticks is, you know what I'm saying, the way that it needs to be. And we level up together, man. Like, I really appreciate you guys coming. Tone, she couldn't come today because she was at work, but she knows that, you know, I'll hold it down. And, you know, if it wasn't for her, Whimsicle wouldn't really be around. You know what I'm saying? We both work hard. She behind the scenes. She do all the paperwork. You know, she write the emails. She talk to the people. I sit in some of the meetings. She goes a lot of time. But a lot of times, people just think that it's me. No, it's not just me. It's Tone Simon as well. I just go out to do it. I'm the face. She knows that I'll hold it down. And, you know, the paperwork is more important than her sitting in the meeting and talking in front of the camera. And there's a lot of pressure on me too. When things go good, it's, hey, look at Salim. When things go bad, Salim did that. You know, Whimsicle did that. So I'll take on that responsibility, and I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, thank you for sitting with us.
Yeah.
To all you young entrepreneurs out there, just entrepreneurs, period. I do want to emphasize, you are extremely successful, but you're one of the most humblest, hardworking guys I've met since I've been working with the website, man. It's been a blessing to get to know you and work with you. Much success to you in the future, bro.
One thing, real fast, I want to tell the young kids. I say, when I name drop these people, I only name drop them because y'all can relate to them. Everything that I say is always the truth, right? But make sure that get a mentor. So once you meet these people, make them your mentor. Well, ask them to be your mentor, right? But don't only hit them up when you need something. Do not hit me up when you just need something, because the number's gonna go up. If every time you call me, you're talking about what I can do for you, and then I call you can't do nothing for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good, you know? So always understand that things have to reciprocate, and also know that if I can't rely on you, we can't do business. You know what I'm saying? So for the young kids, and even adults, you know what I'm saying? Like, and never be afraid to pay homage. Again, I talk about these people because them people leveled me up, you know what I'm saying? And one of my biggest mentors, his name is Tumar Alexander. Anytime we call he worked for the city, we call to do an event or get some stuff done, to say, well, what are you gonna do for the next young brother or sister that needs your help? And this is what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, I bring the kids with us. I actually work with a young man that did this mural. His name is Siraj. You know, that's one of, he's gonna be my, how you say it, protege? Protege. He's gonna be my protege, you know what I'm saying? Like, we working together. I believe in his artwork. As you can see, we're gonna show the other murals, but he got the biggest space because he was the first one with us. And he's been rocking with me since day one, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just it.
All right, well, it's your boy E-Money, Whimsicle, my man Salim. We signing out with Hip Hop since 1987.com.
Hip Hop since 1987.com.
Well, you got to be able to pivot, you know, and it's all about fear. The whole documentary is about fear and harnessing it. And I think that one of the biggest issues right now with young people is that there's a lot of fear. And, you know, and to overcome fear is a very challenging thing, but it's a very powerful thing, because if you do conquer it, it's a jet engine. You get it behind you, and every time you see something and you're afraid, you just go instead of stop.